Hey guys, welcome to Podcast versus Player. This is Shit Just In. I'm Cal, and as always, I'm joined by Dan, and we have both had a pretty big shit today.
Oh yeah, the biggest of all shits.
Possibly the best of all shits as well.
I think it may very well be.
Before you tune out, we are obviously talking about Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens.
Force Unleashed. What? Awakens.
Yes, The Force Awakens. The Unleashed was the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's literally like a minute and a couple of measly seconds long, but it's pretty fucking good.
Well, yeah, it's... I had to watch it about 5 times, just because I was quite giddy from the first time. I mean, key notes, obviously. A lightsaber with 3 blades.
Well, I was hoping we'd move on to that throughout the trailer, but
I don't care.
Fuck it.
That was the bit. See, I'm kind of disappointed by it. But again, in the same way, it's it's a new director that they're coming at this from a new approach. They've got this is again in the future of the Star Wars universe. I suppose anything could happen in the future. Obviously, like with the prequel ones, things couldn't really get any better. They just looked better. But in this one, obviously, technology would have moved along, even somewhat, and so to a degree, so would maybe lightsabers and the crafting of lightsabers and stuff, that sort of stuff. Which means it looks more like a spear of flame now, rather than just sort of a beam of light.
It might just be a Sith thing, though.
It could be, and if say the sort of the density and the texture and the look of a lightsaber depends on who's actually using it, that would be fucking brilliant. So it's not just it's just blue. Oh, it's just purple. It's just like, no, it
looks more evil,
fiery and dangerous, and this one's pure and solid because you're, such a good Jedi or whatever.
Well,
that's brilliant.
I think it was rumoured that the main protagonist in Episode 7 was like a clan from the books,
right?
Called the Inquisitors, and they are like basically Jedi, but they kind of work with the Sith, but they are on their own. And they are basically Jedi bounty hunters. Not bounty hunter like Boba Fett, but they use the Force themselves.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling that who we saw was an Inquisitor.
It's a big leap.
I'm hoping it is.
Well, I don't know. I mean, usually when it comes to Star Wars and reveals, the guy with the red lightsaber, that is the bad guy. That's how their trailers have always been. That's your main baddie.
Well, it is a bad guy.
Well, yeah, it's got to be. But I mean, the sort of the hilt thing that's got like 2 tiny lightsabers on it. I don't like that at all.
I liked it.
I really don't. It looks ridiculous.
It's strategic though, because it'd protect their hands in close quarters.
It would, but if you're a Jedi, stuff like that wouldn't really matter.
Oh, that's kind of nitpicking.
I'm sorry, but you can't release a trailer to geeks without them going, well, that's completely inconsistent, that's complete rubbish, that would never work.
Well, it's not inconsistent though, is it?
Well, there's double-ended lightsabers, which obviously would work if you just sellotape 2 together. That would still work. But this is just, it's been specifically made to have a bit of a pokey out bit. It's got another tiny cheese slicer lightsaber. You can cut toenails with it and stuff like that.
That might be what it's for. It's like a Swiss Army saber.
Hopefully, yeah.
Obviously, there was a lot of new things that were quite interesting, but obviously we don't really know what they are. Like there's like a little R2D2 type droid.
Yeah, on a ball.
On a ball.
Yeah.
There's obviously some kind of descendant from R2D2 in the fact that it had the same little head. It spoke in beeps and whirls and stuff. And it wasn't stupid. It seemed to be running from something.
Yeah. I got that impression as well.
Yeah, that's what it really seemed like. We also saw John Boyega, I think that's how you say his name. His yet unnamed character, who actually looked like he'd stole Luke Skywalker's trick, where he dressed himself up as a stormtrooper.
Yeah, that is. I'm hoping that they still have the original clones from obviously all of the originals that were all Jango Fett. But maybe it's a different type of clone. But I wouldn't really think that they give a stormtrooper much face time, especially on a trailer. So yeah, I think it has to be someone of significance.
I'll be honest though, watching the trailer again, if you watch like the 1977 version where Luke Skywalker's dressed up,
yeah,
the suit doesn't fit him because it's not his suit.
Yeah.
but the suit in it, like the one this guy's wearing in the trailer, seems to fit him quite well. So he might actually be a stormtrooper who's defected to the rebel side.
That again, that's also a pretty big leap. But to be fair, we're on completely new ground with this Star Wars. You know, there is nothing's really set in stone as to what can happen with it. You know, the games and things always happen either between or before the 6 original films, or the old films. We'll call them from now on. Yeah,
the 3 films. We don't class 1, 2, and 3.
I watched 3 and 2 again the other day. They're not bad.
No, they're awful.
Yeah. But, you know, they've kind of got a bit more free reign, and I think that's probably why J.J. Abrams is loving it so much, is the fact that he doesn't have to stick to, well, this person has to turn out like this, so we can't just put them in every sort of death-defying scene possible, because we know they're going to survive. And that's just it's really cheap and horrible.
I actually had this discussion earlier, and I'm not so sceptical as I should be, because Disney seem to have handled Marvel films very well.
Yep.
And there's no reason why, especially as it's off to a fresh start, that Star Wars isn't going to be as well received as the Avengers and Captain America 2, and even to a very lesser degree, Thor 2.
Yeah, to a degree, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, and then all the stuff that they've got coming up, like Guardians of the Galaxy was amazing as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then all the stuff that's slated for the next few years does look really promising.
It's an exciting time to be a geek right now.
Yeah, but this is all that... Everyone had the exact opposite opinion when Disney bought Marvel.
Well, I think...
And then obviously fucking Star Wars as well.
Yeah, of course, but I mean, I don't think... I know that I've seen sort of like online reviewers and things just absolutely lose their shit when they're just like, Marvel and Disney, what the fuck, Mickey Mouse and Darth Vader and what?
Yeah.
But I never really had... I don't think they were just going to come in and say, no, this all needs to be animated, I think you'll find. They're just going to give it the backing, they're going to give it the support, they're going to give access to their own studios, which frankly are amazing. You know, Frozen, Tangled, they've come out with some fucking amazing CGI stuff.
They do, but... I don't know. I was more concerned with them buying Marvel than I was them buying Star Wars.
Yeah.
I can't really think of any examples of Star Wars-esque Disney films.
No, but you know, look at it like this. You know, they bought it. You know, it's a strategic thing. Obviously, they're trying to they see how popular Marvel's becoming.
Yeah.
But think of this, and this is what I'd use as an argument to go, well, Disney and blah. When was the last time Disney made a bad film?
What was that one that I didn't like? Brave.
Brave was fine.
I didn't like it.
It was good.
It was
still
all
a
right.
good film.
It was no Tangled.
It wasn't Tangled. But, you know, the thing is, though, it's incredibly hard to find. But if you go,
Moses.
What?
There was a Moses film. It was on like a few weekends ago on Disney Cinematic.
A Moses film?
And it was turd.
Yeah, well, I don't think Disney and religion particularly go hand in hand very well.
No. But anyway, that was quite a few years ago. It was pretty old. But no, to be fair, thinking about it though, I'd say that Buzz Lightyear is quite inspired by Star Wars-esque themes.
I don't know, I would have thought...
Especially Toy Story 2, where you find out that fucking Zog is his dad. Zog? Zurg, sorry.
Zurg, yeah.
That was very Star Warsy.
Yeah.
But anyway, moving on. We also got to see the new Stormtroopers in the flesh. And they look pretty cool.
They look badass.
As we said just before we started recording, they look very Apple-like.
They do. Yeah, they do.
Very, very clean, very sleek.
But that's what J.J. Abrams does with films. You know, he makes everything...
He makes iPhones.
He makes everything perfectly crisp, clear, clean. He throws in lens flare just to cover it up, maybe. But,
yeah.
You know, I mean, look at the Star Trek films. You know, the bridge of the Enterprise from that is like pure white. It's almost like heaven with a view screen.
Yeah.
You know, everything is beautiful and so well... There's no fingerprints on anything. You know, it doesn't feel like it's something that's been... you know, in space. It feels like...
I think this is why his films take so long to come out.
Well, because
like after every
polishing.
couple of...
Yeah,
everything just gets cleaned. And it's like, freeze! And then someone comes around and cleans and then it goes off and it's like, carry on.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, I mean, think of like the perfect example, like the start, the opening sequence to A New Hope, where the stormtroopers just killed all the rebels in the hallway, and Darth Vader comes through. That hallway, those ships, like the rebel ships, are always white and perfect. And I think he can really adapt on that, and he can make some excellent changes.
I think more so back in like 1977-ish time, white and buttons was space.
Well, yeah.
It was like pretty much every sci-fi, whether it's Star Trek, whether it's Star Wars.
Put a button on it, yeah.
Yeah, it's literally slap a couple of buttons on, make it white, and it looks futuristic.
Yeah. Well, with Darth Vader's suit, you say, well, it just looks like an outfit. Put buttons on the front, now he's definitely a robot. Yeah.
Them couple of buttons that don't even light up, they're keeping him alive.
Yeah, yeah.
No one will think to press them and turn him off.
Yeah, but it's other than that.
To be fair though, could you just see the Emperor like they just sat there watching Cheers or something, and then like Darth Vader's like, "I'm gonna have a nap now. Whatever you do, don't press these buttons because it'll kill me." And then because he said that, you just see Emperor's hand just like coming out. He's like, "No," and he puts it down again. He's like, "No."
I'd like to think that if you obviously when you're ready, a mate of his really. You could go up to him and you press one of those buttons and it's like a cappuccino machine.
It just comes out his fucking arse.
Yeah, or you press a button and twist it and then like gumballs fall out or something.
Tell you what I wish happened is if, on Up,
yeah,
they've got the dogs with the collars.
Yeah.
If you could change his voice.
Like a sat-nav, yeah.
Luke, I am your father. That'd be phenomenal.
It would be, but I don't think we're going to... Although, they'll sort of stick to the style of the original trilogy. Like you say, buttons on everything. They did it in things like Revenge of the Sith. In the sort of the closing shots of that, when they're all on the ship. It's still the ships from the original trilogy. It's just that they are updated for the modern day audience. And they look brilliant. And they really do. So
I think we'll see more touchscreen.
Well, that's the thing. They had that in the prequel films. It's just like, well, if they didn't have it in the ones afterwards, how can they suddenly go, no, touchscreen's bollocks, all buttons and cranky wires and stuff, please?
Because that's what's coming back. Retros in style.
Yeah, not in a galaxy far, far away.
Or a galaxy far, far away in the not too distant future. Whatever it was originally meant to be.
Well, it's a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Which actually brings me on to my next point. If they do another Star Wars film, I want to see it in a 2 years ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Well, this is only 30 years after.
Yeah, but that could still be 2,000 years in the past from our point of view.
Oh, yeah, technically.
But that's beside the point anyway.
Yeah, moving on.
I tell you two of my favourite shots from the trailer, right?
I already know one.
I'm definitely sure you already know one. Which is, of course, the Millennium Falcon.
Yes.
Oh my fucking days.
Extremely well done.
I mean, we already knew months ago that they were going to have the Falcon in it as well.
Well, yeah, because the door fell on Harrison Ford.
Well,
broke his leg.
He's taking pictures with it, and they've obviously stuck the tumbler on it as well. So they're having a lot of fun with it. But the shot of it being chased through the desert by TIE fighters, it's just, oh my fucking days. It looks amazing. But shot number 2, which is one that you probably may have overlooked, is a shot where it's sort of foot level of like a stormtrooper landing craft or something like that, and the doors open and they just pile out. I don't know what it is. It's just the lighting, and just it doesn't feel like, oh, they're just idiot stormtroopers. It feels like, holy shit, these guys are about to kill some people right now. Yeah. There was just a whole atmosphere to it, and like you say, it's only about sort of 40 seconds long, the actual footage of stuff going on, and the way that they've made it feel, they've made it feel like they've just taken the films from the 70s and they've just gone, polish it off a bit, and here we go again.
Yeah, that's not a dig either. That's a very positive.
That is merit. The way to do it.
Yeah.
Don't reimagine it. You just take what you've got. I mean, what they should have done is they should have just had what they had before and then just reverse engineered it and just said, what would this have looked like 30 years before? And then you would have been golden. But they've taken everything, even just the lighting and just everything about it just screams to me. At this point in time...
Do you think they'll have the, the scene transitions in still?
Yeah, they have to, really. I mean, it is kind of a staple.
That is Star Wars.
It is really, and I mean, when I was watching
Cheap
Attack of the
Windows
Clones-
Movie Maker effects.
yeah, that was the thing. I was just thinking, Christ, I do better than this, for God's sake. There was like, honestly, there's like when it
There's
sort
no
of like
fart noises.
goes
It's
into
ridiculous.
V's and just sort of goes up, and I was just
Yeah.
like, what? Is that it? But I'm hoping that those sort of like traditional ways of shooting things they keep in, because those
I think they will.
they're brilliant, and they do need to be done, even though they do look very outdated. I think it is still.
I honestly think people kick off if they don't have them.
Yeah, definitely. It's something you need in there just to remind you that it is still Star. Even if it's a shit film, just the way you cut it, it would still appear that it's a Star Wars film.
Because episodes 1, 2, and 3, if they cut them down to like just the intro and the credits, they'd be brilliant.
Yeah, I don't like the credits though. The credits didn't seem to do much.
They were better than the rest of the 2 hours.
Had some good lightsaber fights, that brings me to my next point. Obviously, new lightsabers, things like the fight choreography and what they can do with CGI and cinematics and stuff like that. The lightsaber fights in this are going to be epic.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant.
I actually found out a very interesting little tidbit for episode 2 with Mace Windu.
If you're going to say that Samuel L. Jackson chose to have a purple lightsaber, I already knew that.
I didn't know that.
Did you not?
No, it's because he couldn't see himself in like the fight scenes, so he wanted to stand out more.
Well, he's the only black man in Star Wars, other than fucking Lando Calrissian. So
Yeah, but he's never got a lightsaber.
true, but no, I saw. It was like, I don't know if it was like a behind the scenes thing. Well, it must have been, I suppose. But it was a video of Samuel L. Jackson actually going up to George Lucas and saying, "I want a purple lightsaber. Can we do that?"
Yeah,
And he was just like, "Yeah, okay."
because he originally had a green one,
Yeah, but that's
and
the
it was
thing,
already
though.
cut with the green one, and they had to go back and edit it to purple.
Yeah. But like in things like the Force Unleashed, though, obviously they updated the color crystals to say what each, so like blue was like, an apprentice, a Jedi apprentice, and the power and blah blah blah. But purple was like the color of like a true powerful warrior or something like that.
Yeah.
And then goes
So
through all sorts of crazy colors.
On Knights of the Old Republic, I always used to have cyan.
Really?
Yeah, just because it sounded cool as fuck.
I always had the yellow one. Yellow's cool. Yellow was Leia's lightsaber crystal,
Exactly.
so it's pretty badass.
Speaking of Leia, actually, we got to see. I forgot her name. So we got to see someone's name. Daisy Ridley, that was her name.
What the weird speed bike thing?
Yeah, but the outfit that she wears is very Princess Leia
Endor.
during the Battle of Endor. Yeah,
Yeah,
Return
it
of
is
the Jedi.
with the helmet thing on.
Yeah, so
it is.
might she be a descendant of Leia?
Could be, or
Makes
she certainly
sense.
plays the role.
Well, given the dynastical nature of the previous 6 films, it'd make sense to carry on, at least in namesake of certain characters.
Yeah, so maybe her and Han Solo are working together doing crazy shit while her mother's ruling somewhere.
Yeah, but it's very likely.
Yeah, that'd be cool, and I would like to see it.
Plus, they are in it.
Well, yeah, of course. So that would make sense if she's just like, look, come on, we've just got to go and rescue this guy, or we've got to go and fight these guys, and he's just like, oh fuck, all right.
Yeah, but possibly one of my favourite scenes was the 3 X-wings.
Oh, the X-wings. I
Really
got goosebumps.
yeah, I was so giddy. I was
Yeah.
like a fucking kid.
With them screaming across that like river or lake or whatever.
Yeah,
It was.
I was actually clapping my hands then as well.
But that's the thing though. That attention to detail. Like they've still got all the emblems on the uniforms, the pilots' uniforms. They're all pretty much the same.
Yeah,
So it's just. I think they've done it perfectly. If
Yeah.
if this is how the whole film is going to look, if this is how they're going to present it, then it's going to be great. But with that, we will always give the PvP motto. That's just what we think at the moment.
yeah.
When we see it might be the biggest pile of shit ever, and it was just a very well done trailer.
It's happened. It's happened before.
It has.
Up to now, though, I'm very, very happily. I'm very happy with it.
Yeah.
I'm very surprised after the last 3 films. But again, this is a fresh start. This is a Disney film. this is rolling off the success of Guardians, of the Avengers, Captain America 2, and then all the upcoming films that they've got coming out.
Yeah.
And like we said earlier, they've handled them massively, really well. So I'm optimistic again.
Yeah, I'm probably more than that, which is quite unlike me, because usually I'm very pessimistic.
Dan doesn't like trailers.
No, not at all, because trailers are just, people are specifically employed outside of the studios and stuff. They're given a certain amount of footage and they have to make a trailer with it, which means that they take the best of the film and smash it into a trailer.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm always a bit, well, that's just what they show you, but that doesn't necessarily mean that everything else is going to be this good. In this case, I'm prepared to say I think it will be amazing.
I'm hoping at least they've learned that just rolling out a Star Wars film doesn't work.
No.
It's got to be good.
I mean, Jesus Christ, they've made better fucking stories with video games than they have with actually making 3 new films.
I honestly think, I know out of the 2, it's not the most popular, but I really love the story in Knights of the Old Republic 2.
No, so do I. I absolutely agree.
Yeah.
Malak
Brilliant
and
story.
Nihilus, yeah, it's brilliant. Yeah. I mean, if they want to play it proper geeky, if they throw in like a Revan reference or something like that, people will lose their fucking crazy minds.
And that might spur on Cotter 3.
Oh my god! Don't say it. If you say it, it can't come true.
Shit. Cotter 2 HD re-release.
Well, maybe we should sort of mention something that we know is definitely going to come out, which I will be shitting my pants for, because I'm pretty sure we may very well get it before the film. Battlefront 3.
No, 2016, earliest.
Well,
DICE are working on Battlefield still.
Fuck Battlefield. No one wants
Battlefield 4
Battlefield
still
anymore.
ain't fucking working properly.
Exactly, no one cares about it. Get Battlefront out.
Hardline's not out yet.
Bollocks to Hardline. I've already played it. It's fine. It's just like 4, but on motorbikes. Give me Battlefront. That's what I want. I want lightsabers and pew pew pew.
And pew-pews.
Pews.
We've also got Mirror's Edge as well. Don't know what's happening with that.
Yeah.
So they're quite busy at the minute.
No, I think all games publishers and developers should stop what they're doing immediately and just all go straight to their building and just say, we'll do whatever we want.
Just thinking about that, I wouldn't be surprised if Disney don't chuck a load of money at DICE and say, don't you fucking release it because we've got a tie-in game coming out.
Ooh. Imagine if Battlefront 3 was the tie-in.
No chance.
Think about it.
No chance.
I mean, they did it with 007 Legends.
Look how well that worked out.
Well, it was a shit game, but still, Battlefront, we know where we stand with that. If they say, look, we'll give you some of the levels, maybe, or some of the locations, should I say, from the film, and you can work that in. And
well, because they only started filming this year.
So, how long do you think it is to actually make an actual game and then just like make locations and stuff? As long as they get all the groundwork done, slapping on a few paint jobs.
Well, for Battlefield 3, they've actually been travelling the world, going to like the Antarctic and stuff.
Yeah, well, the benefit of this is there's no such place, so they can just make it up as they go along.
Oh no, because I imagine they're based on real locations.
Only where it's live action.
I suppose. I don't know.
I mean, that's what they did with Battlefront 2. You know, it was still Hoth. All you need for that is snow. Endor, just jungles.
Yeah, no, it won't be a tie game.
I'm hoping it will be, or at least some sort of DLC or, vehicles from the game.
I imagine there will be DLC involved.
Yeah,
but this is the only... I'm pretty sure this is the only Star Wars game it isn't owned by Disney. Like LucasArts and that got closed down and stuff. On the Disney side of it.
I don't know. I'm thinking there's probably more likely to be a fucking Lego Star Wars 7 than there is going to be a licensed game. I'm hoping they've just learned
for
the
the
lesson.
others.
Well, yeah, but I'm hoping they just learnt the lesson. Like this Revenge of the Sith and all that. They just said, actually, no, this is part of shit. We won't do this again.
All they'll make a Force Unleashed rip-off.
Well, maybe. I don't think I'd be interested in that. Force Unleashed is fine, but
I was unfortunate enough to get Episode 3 for the original Xbox.
I remember playing it with you.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, but I got the Lego Star Wars trilogy.
That's true. I've got that as well. Yeah. Well, actually, I've got
both together.
What is it?
We actually we went we went to see episode 3 together.
We did.
At the cinema, and we went straight out and bought the Xbox.
You did?
Well, I did.
You went out and bought an Xbox?
Yeah.
Idiot.
What? I hadn't got one.
No, but that is not a reason to go and buy one, for God's sake. You might as well go and buy a PS4 just to play FIFA.
I'd still rather play Star Wars Episode 3
Yeah.
than FIFA. I also bought a Batman outfit after we saw Batman Begins.
Yeah, but that was justified.
Yeah. It was pretty legendary.
Yeah.
We also sound like we have like date nights as well.
Well, bearing in mind that they were about 10 years ago,
Yeah.
I wouldn't class it as heavy dating anyway.
No, we didn't get past third base.
As hard as I tried.
That Batman suit just didn't do it for you.
Well, the cape just kept getting in my mouth.
That wasn't a cape.
Oh, God.
Right, we're going to end it there before we awaken some memories we've forgotten over the years. But we have another shit just in coming up. It's not even a surprise because you've all probably seen it, but Jurassic World trailer. Mm-hmm. We're going to have a little natter about that and how we feel about the direction they've gone with that. But that's coming up tomorrow, I think.
Hopefully so.
So we'll get that up as soon as possible. And then obviously podcast will return on Sunday. And so that should be up Sunday night, Monday morning. Fantastic.
Yes.
We also have, I want to say Gary's Mod, Prop Hunt. Yeah. Finally.
I finally got it. You know.
Talk down round.
Well, it was in the sale, so.
Yeah. I told you to wait.
Yeah, but so a bit of Prop Hunt, which I do quite like Prop Hunt, actually. I like the look of it, so I'm quite excited about that.
It's very fun.
Yeah. And also I've put about 25 hours into Star Wars Online over the last sort of a week or so for no reason at all. But now that I've seen this, it's going to be another 25, I think, by the end of the week.
See, I might just play Deus Ex and pretend I'm some kind of Mecha Jedi.
Mecha Jedi. Yeah, that'd be Jedi like Silver Samurai cool outfit.
I could just play Force Unleashed, to be honest. That'd make more sense.
Yeah, probably.
Or even join you on Star Wars Online, I don't know yet.
Well, you'd have to, try and keep up. I'm pretty powerful right now.
But I've got some wicked dance moves.
That's true, you have.
Wicked cool. Anyway, let's go. Let's do one.
Let's do one.
Until next time, thanks for listening, and we will see you for our next shit just in, and our new gameplays, and our new podcast.
Woo.
Say goodbye, Dan.
Bye.
Bye.